such arrangement a product? And when it comes to altruistic surrogacy arrangement, as well as informed consent of surrogate mother and the adequate health security of surrogate mother, still remains skeptical while considering volunteers from all the strata of the society. Thus, there are indeed fair chances of exploitation of female volunteers in India, at least until the society is sensitized about this new innovation of artificial reproductive technology. And lastly, the bill seems to be helpful and fruitful only to a particular section of society's infertile couple who are financially stable. Thus, the introduction of the bill at this juncture is at best be a little premature. This, Speaker Madam, is my objection against the bill. Shri Anupam Saha, please.
Thank you, Speaker Madam, for allowing me to speak on this important issue. Honorable Speaker Madam, although it is evident that surrogacy arrangements are in vogue in India, still it calls for adequate legislation on urgent basis to curb down all plausible potentials of exploiting the true benefits of advanced reproductive technology. There are certainly two essential issues of consideration. First of all, the said bill seems to approve the controversial surrogacy arrangement, which for different reasons attracted much stigma with it around the globe. And secondly, even though the proposed legislation made all the concerned parties and stakeholders of surrogacy arrangement accountable, but still it lacks to define adequate sanctions that may be awarded on contradiction of respective obligations on part of such concerned parties and stakeholders. Therefore, Honorable Speaker Madam, while I support the idea of bringing forward such a bill, I also have to state that this bill should be suitably amended before it is passed. Thank you, Speaker Madam.
The question is that the surrogacy regulation bill to provide for regulation of surrogacy and for matters connected therewith or incidental thereto be taken into consideration. Those who are in favor will please say aye. Aye. Those who are against will please say no.
No.
I think the ayes have it, the ayes have it, the ayes have it. The motion is adopted. Clause by clause consideration. Now the question is that clause 201 stands part of the bill. Those who are in favor will please say aye. Aye. Those who are against it will please say no.
No.
I think the ayes have it, the ayes have it, the ayes have it. The motion is adopted. Clause 201 stands part of the bill. Now the question is that clause 1, the enacting formula and the title stand part of the bill. Those who are in favor will please say aye. Aye. Those who are against will please say no.
No.
I think the ayes have it, the ayes have it, the ayes have it. The motion is adopted.
Madam, I move the bill be passed.
Motion moved that the bill is passed. Those who are in favor will please say aye.
Aye.
Those who are against will please say no.
No.
I think the ayes have it, the ayes have it, the ayes have it. The bill is passed. The House is adjourned to meet tomorrow at 11 a.m. Thank you.
PC and chairperson of the organizing committee to present movement to Shri Shankar Prasad Datta, Honorable MP Lok Sabha and Judge of Chairman as a token of love, our love. Madam, please.
as I am having only 5 minutes to say, so I should not go in detail. First of all, it is a good move from the side of the Tripura University that they have arranged a mock parliament, and as the proceeding was going on, I thought at that time that this was going as like as parliament in Delhi. So your approach and gesture, posture was good in truest sense of the word. But as being a member of that very parliament, I have seen some small faults. So I have to mention these faults. First of all, generally the seating composition of the parliament, that means treasury bench. Generally we may have seen in the parliament website that the leader of the house stands in first position. Then after that, him, second position, home minister. Generally, home minister sit after him. And after that, external affairs minister, like this. So the address, the very address of the minister can give you the knowledge. So this procedure, if we want to maintain it as like as parliament, so we have to look, or we have to see in this matter. Again, the marshal with the speaker, he has come on the floor. It is not the procedure of the parliament. Extra people are there inside the parliament. Marshal do not come on the floor to get the copy of the members. Other persons should come. When member will show the paper, exactly at that time people will come and he or she will take the paper and it will be given to the speaker. This is one thing we should look after. When we will go to Delhi, that should be looked into. Again, the first, as the ministers are sitting in front bench, and opposition, generally the leaders of the opposition are in the first row. So generally ministers are not doing such type of sounds. Generally MPs, those who are not ministers, they generally do such type of sounds. Exactly in the opposition bench also, from the second and third bench, generally MPs are doing this type of sound. Generally first bench MPs or ministers do not do such type of sound. The gesture of the box, the MPs and ministers from Bangladesh, the gesture was very good. And the performance of the speaker was very good. But generally, he or she wants the member, she or he is having the right to want the member, but politely. Here, the very last word, I am warning you, last word like this, some such type of words has been uttered by her. So this last word should not be there. Always opposition wants, it is the decorum, we may say the decorum of the parliament nowadays. So they have the right to oppose by somehow, but speaker should not utter such word like this last. I think that should be keep in our mind. And the sound of eyes. Here, and 2 and 3 times the member of the treasury bench, they uttered the word eyes like this. A-Y-E-S, the very word A-Y-E-S, the sound is eyes. This type of sound should be there. So, if we can manage this false, I hope and I think the very team of Tripura University, I am expecting that they will be a part and parcel of the main parliament in Delhi. With these words, I conclude.
We are very thankful for sir for valuable and practical suggestions. Yes, but I believe these are not the mistake of our student. It is our organizer's mistake. So I hope the judges will keep this point in mind. But thank you, sir, for this very practical suggestion, and we will incorporate them if we will get the opportunity. Thank you, sir. Now, I request Professor Vishwanath Chakrabarti, Department of Political Science, Rabin Bharati University, and the judge of competition, to share his valuable comments and observations. Sir, please.
We are thankful that Shankurdha is with us as a member of parliament. That's why we are getting a detailed observation as a member of parliament. He can do that. But apart from that, I have some suggestions. First of all, I must say that it's well organized, well decorated. There was a lot of effort we noticed behind it. The only thing is that there are some changes that can change a lot. Regarding seating arrangement, again I would like to mention that the general member do not take seat on same bench of ministers. Seating arrangement of government member generally after the minister's bench. So I noticed that there is a member in this side, the general member was sitting with ministers. That should not be. The second thing is that the speaker, when a new member take oath, first he should give namaskar to the speaker. But if you look carefully, then you will see that he give namaskar to the left side first, then right side, and third the speaker. But that generally first speaker, then right side, and then left side. Regarding obituary reference, it looks to me that most of the members who are giving some notes about the person, they memorize the thing and they just delivering this thing. So to me, there is a need for dramatization, citing his personal experience about him. Sometimes you have to open your chashma, and sometimes you will close your chashma. So it should be some dramatization, that will give you the real picture. Regarding the introduction, only delivery is not enough. Again, I will say, a minister generally looks the documents and paper. If you look carefully, your first minister just giving, explaining or giving answer without having any documents and papers. Generally, minister take the documents, files, and give the answer, because this is very important statement, from government part. So any mistake of word, sentence, meaning, that will create a lot of noise. So minister will become very careful explaining or giving answer to the question. So I think your minister should have some paper documents when they will give answer to the question. Regarding supplementary question, it is not the responsibility or the duty of the speaker to ask, is there any supplementary question? No. Generally, the members raise their hand and speaker select. whether he or she will allow the supplementary question or not. I noticed that your speaker is asking, is there any supplementary question? No. The speaker should not ask. Then again, regarding question, the question should be split. No? So, based on the matter, the member will ask, A, I would like to ask, B, I would like to ask, C, I would like to ask. That means you have to split the question. That the main question would be split into 2 or 3 sub-questions. And based on that, the minister will give the answer. But again, I would like to say that this, the human resource, the second question raised a member, opposition member to the HRD minister, that was not in question form. That was assertive sentence. But that should be in question form. Speaker generally do not say silent, silent. The speaker generally use order. So I would like to say that please, your speaker should say order. Then among the departments, Foreign Affairs Ministry is very important, crucial and sensitive also. Your minister was saying that China is not easy to deal with. It's not easy country to deal with. No. That is very sensitive word the minister used. The word should be put in diplomatic way, so that it cannot be harsh against a particular foreign country. Make short, then again, educational minister had no paper with her. To me, the welcome part of the foreign delegates is performed best. That was really interactive, and I enjoyed that. Calling attention, speaker generally say list of calling. Generally, when speaker introduce calling attention motion, speaker generally say that today I have 7 motion for calling attention. But out of that, considering time, I can allow only this one. So not necessarily just a particular. There may be several calling attention motion. Based on or consideration on time, speaker can allow 1 or 2. I agree fully with Shankota that last warning, the word should not be used in your next stage of competition as speaker. Introduction of bill. Again, introduction of bill is very important, government business part. The minister should have file, should have paper. The way your minister introduced the bill, it looks that it is a general discussion. No, there should be some paper documents filed with the minister. And the minister, apart from general introduction, should also say, also speak about the clause to clause matter. But apart from this, other thing is okay. I hope that Tripura University student definitely will get entry into the national platform. And in national platform this time, your Vice Chancellor was saying no. Over the years, you are taking part at the university level, you are not getting the chance or opportunity to compete with national level. I think this time your team is good. Your organizer, your manager is also good. I expect that you will be better. You will perform better to national level. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your detailed observation and comments. We we promise you that we will incorporate your suggestion in our next performance if we get the chance opportunity. So now I request Dr. Sanjeev Tiwari, Group Coordinator, to share his comments and observations with us. Sir.